Hi students, this is Professor Varun in your video lecture contact class. Would like to explain you about curriculum vitae, resume or biodata. Resume, as I have told you, is a very important document that is essential for you to apply for internships in upcoming semester for BBA. So as a part of employment skills assessment program class, I thought I'll run the theoretical aspect of a basic fundamental CV, which you all should possess. Of course, I'm gonna put some formats of the resume to your group chat channel in coming days, but you should get a theoretical understanding of what actually a resume is. So, a resume is generally printed on a A4 sheet of paper using black ink. So the first and foremost important thing in a resume is your name and address, which comes on the top of the CV. So I'm not sure whether you can see this over here. The photo is there of the candidate, followed by the address and the name. So a photo CV will add a lot of value to have your employer or the interviewer remember your face, because face is always a symbol of indication of after post conversation. So as I showed you in the screen, you should have your photograph either on the left or the right side of the heading, and on the opposite side facing your photograph you have to have your name written in bold, followed by your full and complete address where you are staying. It shouldn't be your temporary address because one cannot lie in your resume. So you should always put your permanent address. It should be followed by your contactable and reachable mobile phone or cell phone along with your WhatsApp number. Below your contact number, there should be your email ID. An email ID should be very professional ID. For example, Rahul underscore Kumar at gmail.com. No fancy names. And below the email ID, you should have your LinkedIn address or any social media, professional social media address. LinkedIn would be very apt in this case. So your heading to summarize should include a picture photograph of you, followed by your name, address, email ID, phone number, and LinkedIn link. Then, my friends, you should have a career objective. A career objective is something what you want to become in an organization. So, here, if you see in little closer, there is the career objective here, right down of the photograph. So, you should have a career objective just like an ambition to work in a company of repute, thereby adding my skills and my abilities for the betterment of the organization can be a example of career objective. To work in a sales oriented organization where I may use my networking skills and add to the company's profit is also an example of career objective. So basically, I urge my students to please have an ambition to join a corporation or a company and accordingly draft a career objective. I also request my students to please find what is career objective through sufficient Google search to know what that statement means and what is the weight of that statement. Okay, so below your career objective, you should be having your educational table or educational qualifications table in a descend in order. Descend in order means your first, that's BBA, then PUC, followed by your SSLC or 10th standard. So it should have the name of the degree, name of the educational institution, name of the course, followed by the of percentage scored in that course in that educational institution. If you have not got the full semester's marks, so you can input the marks of the erstwhile semesters until you get the original ones. So you can just put it as pursuing against BBA. All right. So I covered name, address, email ID, phone number, LinkedIn ID, followed by your photograph on your opposite to it. Then below you should have a career objective. Then you're supposed to have a educational table. Let's move on. The next component, my dear friends, in an organization is called as professional experience. So professional experience or campus experience. So in campus experience, you can mention that was selected as class leader for semester number so and so year under the professorship of your faculty name, something like that. You can also put your internship experience, worked as a digital intern as at Reliance Geo, and some of the responsibilities included cold calling, sim sales. So you can add this as your campus experience or professional experience. Any part-time jobs, if you have, please include that. So basically, it comes over here after the educational information. Then I know that the screen is not pretty visible in the video, but I will be sharing a format of resume soon to you people. Don't worry. And I also urge you people to also do some googling and find out better resumes which matches you so that you can edit it and later then have it verified or verified through me. All right. So after educational qualifications table, educational data table, you should put campus experience or professional experience table. Post that, you have to put your skills, maybe two technical skills you inherited during your life in campus and two functional skills. I told you in the earlier classes that a skill is of three types. First one is soft skills or personal skills like team player, communicator. Then we have domain knowledge like marketing, CRM, and technical skills like hard skills like MS Office, video conferencing. So you have to add certain skills like this in your resume. Okay. Let's move on. Any achievements or awards you have received during the campus time, whether in sports or curricular activities, co-curricular activities, management festivals, intercollegiate events, you have to please decorate it under this, under achievements and awards. So after educational qualifications, you have to put your experience, internship experience, then you have to put your skills, then you have to put your achievements and awards. Very important. Uh, then you have to also include your personal information because before you enter to the professional sphere, the HR would like to see what is your background. So you have to be giving your date of birth, your marital status, single or married, your nationality, your passport number, your driving license. You can add your Aadhaar card number also. You can add in your CV nowadays. Then you have to write your languages known. Now, languages known is very essential. As I told you, that English language is important because it's a common business language that for all reporting purposes or hierarchical reporting between the stakeholders is essential. But when you are doing your services, operations, customer interactions, rather in short, you need to know the customer's language also. So you have to make a small table. For example, let's say Kannada, uh, read, write and speak. English, read, write and speak. Tulu, read, write and speak, like that. There are certain languages you may not know you, to speak but to read. So you have to tick read, and you may not, you shouldn't be ticking speak. So this will allow the interviewer to know your linguistic or your communicative abilities or speaking knowledge, so that you can see if you are a better fit to the job description for which you have been interviewed. Okay, so date of birth, marital status, nationality, known languages, then driving license number, Aadhaar card number, parental details also you can give, no problem, father, mother. Okay, that's up to you. Then you can write your professional hobbies. When I say professional hobbies, I told you it should be about researching the stock market, or researching on the emerging technologies that come to the market, so that the HR gets a confidence that he is interviewing the correct person. I request you to please do not share gardening or stamp collecting as your hobbies. If you say gardening, okay, or cooking is your hobby, I don't think so. Infosys or TCS would be giving you a job as accounts payable officers or account receivable officer. Whereas if you write in the new banking technologies, it's easy that your professional hobbies can be linked to this accounts receivable and accounts payable officer job. So please develop one or two professional hobbies. Participating in debates and group discussion can also be a very good professional hobby that can be mentionable in interviews. Okay, or can be also written in your CV or resume. And last but not the least, you please ensure that you are writing a declaration in the black and white paper. It is called as self attestation, okay, or the law of declaration. So you have to write stating that I hereby declare that the information furnished above is true to the best of my knowledge, and I do hereby declare that the above particulars of information are true, correct, and complete for the best of my knowledge and belief. It's a kind of declaration to allow the recruiter to know that the students indeed knows what it's been put in CV, because resume or CV has got lot of legal background. So once you get into the organization through interview, if there is any problem on the employment or offer letter generated, the court is going to ask them what basis was the resume was the offer letter was given. At that moment of time, the resume will have to be submitted to the court. So resume is your professional horoscope, as I said, but horoscopes are for marriages or matchmaking. But for matchmaking in this professional sphere, CV is essential for every student, especially of BBA, to have with you. So I also would like to inform all the students that validation of resume in front of me is absolutely essential for you to qualify studying in this subject ESEP. So when you come to the college on October 1st, I urge you to please walk in with a copy of your CV. That is going to give you confidence, because this resume which you will be developing in this session, you will be using it to mail to organizations as an attachment. Okay, so in coming class I will tell you how a resume or the CV that you are sharing can be attached and shared or applied as a job application to the recruiting organizations. Okay, so I know you will be having kind of doubts, so I urge you to please make a note of it. So once you come back to the college, we will sit and solve it. Till then, I urge you to please open up your Word document right now, right today, and start working in your on your professional CV, resume, or biodata. You can listen to this lecture as you do to follow the chronological order, and you can also go and find out certain CV samples in Google. There are plenty. So you choose a better sample which matches you in your CV, and you have to edit the information. Okay, so every time is a first time, everything is a first thing. Okay, so I urge you to please hit your computers and start working on this, and see you soon along with your CV. Until we catch up in the next class, have a nice day. Bye.